All right. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. This is the show where we share with you guys some news from all over the world to hopefully uplift your spirits. So let's get the show on the road. Turn this around. All right. So first thing, of course, if you do have some disposable income, please consider donating to MJKO. You can go to mjko.ca. This is a website. Alright, you'll see the donate button at the top right. It's a red button. It says donate. You click that, it'll take you to the donation page. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Alright, so please consider donating. And of course, we do have a new schedule out. So we have workouts Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. with Miranda, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday with me, and 3 p.m. Monday to Friday with Sophia, and Saturday stays the same. Each day we do have a different live stream show. So Mondays, new time for Motivation Monday, 4 p.m. Karaoke on Tuesday stays the same. What's up, Gargo? I see you. Wednesday stays the same at 2:30. All right. New show on Thursday. Okay, so it's a trivia show with Miranda. That's at 4 p.m. And of course, today, Feel Good Friday with me, 11. All right. So let's get to our first story. So this is coming in from Adidas. Alright, so Adidas is re-releasing Terry Fox's original shoes for the Marathon of Hope's 40th anniversary, right? So everyone knows the Canadian icon Terry Fox. There he is right there. Right, so they're re-releasing his shoe. So that is pretty cool. Wow. Might have to get my hands on that. Alright, this next story. A bear family spotted on a BC highway. Let's take a look.
Maya, look out your window.
What? I can't see. There they are. Jump over that?
Well, I don't know if the babies will be able to get over. There goes Mama.
Oh no.
Oh,
There's one bear
little
that's
baby.
stuck.
Say, get over, little baby. Oh, it's a tiny little baby. Yeah, he's looking for his mama.
Let's go, let's go. Come on.
Oh, here comes Mama.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's gonna help him. Yeah, you hear the baby whining?
Alright, come on. Looks like the siblings are gonna help out. Come on. Yep. Oh, wow. It made it.
Oh, yay, the baby
Nice.
made it. Woohoo!
Alright. Another... Okay. This next story showing a cool experiment while staying at home. So that's oil, that's water.
I'm scared. What's gonna happen?
Alright. That's some food coloring. Okay, we're gonna fast forward a bit. So it kind of makes a lava lamp, as you can see.
Oh, it
Wow.
makes like a sizzling noise.
Oil, water,
Ooh,
and food
actually
coloring.
smells like-
Make your own lava lamp. Nice. What's up,
Whoa.
Jawad in the Facebook chat? I
It's
see
like
you.
pink on
Hello,
top
hello.
and just like bubbles and stuff all
All right.
around.
Next story from Magic Johnson, all right, the former NBA player, all right, one of the all-time greats. So Magic Johnson's offering $100 million to in loans to minority-owned businesses left out of, I guess, the U.S. Federal Loan Service. Okay, so good on Magic Johnson. But loans usually mean pay it back, but still good. All right, next story from Square. So Square, the credit card processing company, right? They came out with that little Square credit card processing chip that you can attach to any smartphone to process payment. All right, so they're allowing employees to work from home permanently, following Twitter's lead. All right, of course, last week I shared with you guys Twitter. CEO said all his employees can work from home indefinitely. What's up, Anthony? All right, so that's pretty cool. All right. A lot of companies starting to work from home, which is good. All right. Because everyone's staying home, carbon emissions, right, pollution, aka, right, has dropped by 17% globally. Wow. This is LA. LA is usually has a little bit of a hazy smog because it's so polluted. But completely good. All right, that's good. All right, so 17% decline in carbon emissions compared to the daily averages from 2019. Wow, from a year ago. All right, this next story out of Korea. All right, this article's in Korean, but I'm going to translate. South Korea to donate 100 million to countries with vulnerable public health systems. All right, so they're going to be working with other countries whose public health care system is not that great. So good for South Korea. All right, this next story from Ontario. All right, the provincial government has finally decided to shut down public schools until September. I don't know what they're delaying for, because like we were in early May and they said no school until end of May. Were they really gonna let the kids go back to school just for 1 month in June? Nah. All right, but that's a good sign. So no school till September. I guess, you know, if I was a kid, I'd be pretty happy. Half the school year is like basically gone. All right, this next story out of the 48th Highlanders of Canada. So these people are like bagpipes and drums. So let's take a look. All right, this is from May 18th, a few days ago.
Quick march.
Wow, very cool to still see people coming together on Zoom. Fantastic. All right. All right, so this one's coming out of Toronto. So OffLeash Dog Parts in Toronto are officially reopened on May 19th. All right, so this was like 3 days ago. So good news for dog owners. All right. Hey, Kunga. We're just sharing some good news from all over the world. All right, this next story out of the Toronto Zoo. Toronto Zoo launching a drive-through safari service for visitors, okay? So the Toronto Zoo has been closed since this whole pandemic started, but they're trying to adapt. So this is what they came up with. You can go to the zoo. Obviously, you have to pay for this drive-through experience, bring your own car, and drive through the whole entire zoo. All right, so they do have a short video. Let's take a look. Wow, that is a tight fit. All right, let's see. Wow, that is an extremely tight fit for cars. right. That's very interesting. Very cool. It's just that one part, you know, when they're going through that like man-made tunnel type thing, that might be a little bit tricky for some drivers. All right, next story out of New York. So three New York restaurants. All right, let's exit that. Three New York restaurants decide to deliver free meals to healthcare workers fighting COVID-19. So, all right, name of the three restaurants: Brooklyn Chop House, a steakhouse in the financial district. Nice. All right, Kisaki, a traditional Japanese restaurant. Ooh, nice. And then Beyond Sushi, a health-focused plant-based restaurant. Wow. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh. Man, I gotta say, a lot of support for frontline healthcare workers and essential workers in general. I feel like they're gonna be eating healthier than a lot of the people. Man, they're gonna be ripped by the end of this. Very cool. All right, next story out of Toronto. Toronto's getting a social distance food stand serving outrageous eats like you'd get at CNE. All right, so let's take a look. Toronto will soon be getting its first social distancing market. All right, when will this happen? That is ice cream with a pickle. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay, so the menu should be and the market should be open May 23rd. That's tomorrow. What? Where is this happening? Okay, so Avocado will be taking this over heated patios at the barrio at 844 Queen Street East. Okay. All employees will wear face shields, one-way process through the market requiring a mask upon entry. They'll be available for purchase for $2. Frequent sanitation pay upon exiting. Wow. That's tomorrow. Alright. So, next story out of Ontario. Here's how gyms are preparing for reopen. Alright, so obviously gyms are still closed, even with the phase 1 of the reopening. Alright. So as you can see, there's plexiglass between each treadmill. Very interesting. Very interesting. I know in Korea and Taiwan they do have their gyms open for quite a while now. The one of the requirements for Korea is obviously if you go to the gym you need to wear a mask even during your workout. And for anyone who's worn a mask, even if you're just take a light jog, the breathing is really hard in a mask. But that's one of the requirements for going to the gym in South Korea. Another requirement is you have to sign in with your full name and address and take your temperature and write down your temperature when you sign in. Right? So obviously if you have a high temperature, they're not going to let you in. Alright, next story out of Great Britain. So Captain Tom Moore, awarded knighthood for his fundraising efforts. Alright, so the war veteran raised more than £32 million for National Healthcare Services charities by completing 100 laps of his garden before his 100th birthday in April. Wow. So British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that, wow, the centenarian had provided the country with a beacon of light through the fog of coronavirus. Wow, that is amazing. So if anyone doesn't know, when you get knighted in the UK, you are officially a Sir. Like, for example, Virgin billionaire Sir Richard Branson, right? He wasn't Sir Richard Branson always. He was Richard Branson before, but he got knighted. Now he's Sir Richard Branson. So now Captain Tom Moore will be Sir Tom Moore. All right, so San Diego Zoo announces birth of endangered pygmy hippo. All right, let's take a look. Baby hippo. Very cute. Very cool to see wildlife thriving while the humans stay home. right? So lots of stories from animals inside the zoos and of course out in the wild. No, come on, don't be trying to eat your mom. I guess, you know, baby hippos at that phase where everything's food, am I right? Alright, this next story. Chinese family reunited with kidnapped son after 32 years. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a read, actually. I want to find out. So, a man who was kidnapped as a child has finally been reunited with his parents 32 years later, bringing end to one of China's most notorious abduction cases. So, Mao Yin was 2 when he was abducted in Xi'an, the capital of Shanxi province, in 1988 and was... Wait, he was sold to another family who raised him as their own son? Wait, how do they know this? If they knew this, wait, what? Okay, anyways, let's take a look at the video.
他爸爸从幼儿园把他接回家的途中，在陕西省西安市西大街金陵酒店内，孩子说要喝水，他爸爸就是2个杯子来回折的，那么几分钟时间，一转身就再也没有看到孩子的身影了。后来我们就兵分4路，沿着西安市周边的各县张贴寻人启事，广播站广播。
Can you imagine that? Being kidnapped and missing from your family for 32 years? I'm glad they finally got reunited, but man, shame on anyone who, you know, kidnaps other people. Alright, this next one from the UK. Wild white stork chick hatches for the first time in centuries. Alright, let's take a look at this image. So I'm guessing those are the wild white storks. Alright, let's take a read. So, wild white stork has been hatched in the UK for the first time in what is believed to be 100 years. 3 nests containing eggs were being monitored. Alright, in West Sussex, 1 nest, 5 eggs were laid, and the parents were seen incubating them before removing eggshells from the nest. The parents, who were thought to have attempted to breed last year, have been seen regurgitating food for the offsprings. Ooh, wow, very cool to see, you know, lots of animals thriving in the absence of humans. I'll read this next story. It's a little bit tragic, but a little bit good news at the same time. So, Alberta mom fulfills dream of opening shelter to honor her daughter. All right. So, let's see. So 11 years after her 26-year-old's death, her mother, Miss Martel, all right, fulfilled her dream of opening a women's shelter in her memory. Very cool, women's shelter. All right, this next story from Brad Pitt. All right, he surprises Missouri State University graduates with a message from quarantine. All right, let's take a listen. All right, let's fast forward.
What at Missouri State University and Springfield feel like home. It's just a place where people always remember where they've come from. Brad, take it away.
Hi everyone. Brad here from quarantine with a shout out to the graduating class of Missouri State University. Yeah. Must be very strange doing this in these trying times, but no, we're rooting for you. Our money's on you to make this world a better place, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. So, you did it. You made it. Enjoy, congrats again, and think big.
Wow. Encouraging words from Brad Pitt. Alright, this next one from President Barack Obama. I guess once you're president, you're always a president. Everyone just calls him President Obama. Alright, for the class of 2020, let's take a listen.
Anaya, thank you for that beautiful introduction. I could not be prouder of everything you've done in your time with the Obama Foundation. And, of course, I couldn't be prouder of all of you in the graduating class of 2020, as well as the teachers and the coaches, and most of all, parents and family who guided you along the way. Now, graduating is a big achievement under any circumstances. Some of you have had to overcome serious obstacles along the way, whether it was an illness or a parent losing a job, or living in a neighborhood where people too often count you out. Along with the usual challenges of growing up, all of you have had to deal with the added pressures of social media, reports of school shootings, and the specter of climate change. And then, just as you're about to celebrate having made it through, just as you've been looking forward to proms and senior nights, graduation ceremonies, and let's face it, a whole bunch of parties, the world is turned upside down by a global pandemic. And as much as I'm sure you love your parents, I'll bet that being stuck at home with them and playing board games or watching Tiger King on TV is not exactly how you envisioned the last few months of your senior year. Now, I'll be honest with you. The disappointments of missing a live graduation, those will pass pretty quick. I don't remember much of my own high school graduation. I know that not having to sit there and listen to a commencement speaker isn't all that bad. Mine usually go on way too long. Also, not that many people look great in those caps, especially if you have big ears like me. And you'll have plenty of time to catch up with your friends once the immediate public health crisis is over.
All right. The whole speech is going to take 7 minutes, but we're just going to cut it there. Wow, very well spoken by Barack Obama. So if you guys want to go watch a whole video, you can go to Obama Foundation on YouTube. All right, next story. This therapy dog was awarded an honorary doctorate degree. So meet Dr. Moose. All right, Virginia Tech has awarded an honorary doctorate degree to one of its most beloved staffers, the therapy dog named Moose. Like most universities, USA's Virginia Tech celebrated the class of 2020 with a graduation ceremony conducted online amid the coronavirus pandemic. During the virtual commencement ceremony on Friday, 8-year-old Moose was awarded an honorary doctorate in veterinary medicine. Ooh. I have yet to meet a therapy dog. I wonder how that works. Alright. Oh!
Congratulations, Moose.
You see? He's all stoic. He's just like, ain't nothing but a thing. Wow. Can you imagine being the owner of this dog? Just flexing on everyone else's pets? Be like, oh yeah, you have a dog? Yeah, well, my dog's a doctor. Alright, next story out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Alright. So, pet delivery brings companionship to Brazilians in isolation. Alright, let's take a quick watch on this. Can we full screen this? There we go.
A new initiative, Pet Delivery, is providing heartwarming relief for both humans and animals in Brazil. It's finding new homes for abandoned animals from Rio de Janeiro's shelter by screening online and providing a pickup and delivery service. The pets help new owners cope with anxiety and stress, such as for retired nurse Maria Fatima Cordeira Marquez, who lives on her own.
This moment we are going through is very difficult. It's difficult for everyone.
I am sure she will give me a lot of love, and I will love her too because it's a pure love. It's a love that does not cost anything.
More than 50 animals have already been rehomed. And Rio's Undersecretary for Animal Welfare says there are 1,000 people interested in adopting.
The animals for adoption have all been mistreated for a long time and abandoned. When the animals are received by the shelter, they're examined. If they've not been spayed or neutered, then we prepare to do that. The animal is then vaccinated, dewormed, and we put a microchip for identification.
People are currently not allowed to visit the shelter,
very cool.
so this initiative brings a new furry friend to them.
Very, very cool. Lots of people getting pets during isolation. Very cool indeed. All right, this next story from Hong Kong. Critically endangered Hainan gibbons returned from brink of extinction thanks to Hong Kong group's conservation efforts. All right, so population of the world's rarest primates grows from fewer than 10 in 1970 to more than 30. So more than tripled. All right. Expanding gibbons habitat is a way to beat risk posed by low birth rates and climate change. Okay. So, very interesting. I feel, alright, so after population exceeded 30, so from 10 to over 30 now. Hopefully that number grows, because, in 1950, they numbered about 2,000. Jeez, and then 2 decades later, less than 10. That's insane. Wow. 30 is still a low number. Hopefully it recovers even more. Alright. This next story from Hamilton. Alright, squirrels start in Ontario couple's elaborate backyard photo shoot. Alright. So they're finding creative ways to, have fun during the pandemic. So they set up this makeshift, I guess, stage for animals. They put food on it everywhere to lure the animals there, and they took lots of pictures. That's so funny. Oh, some blue jays. Ooh. I guess blue jays eats nuts too? Wow. And then this is a couple. Very cool. Alright, this next story from MasterCard. Alright, the credit card company. Alright. MasterCard to allow staff to work from home until virus fears subside. Alright, I don't think the fears will ever subside for a long time to come, but let's see. The company employs more than 20,000 people globally, with its main headquarters in Westchester, a New York City suburb. Okay. About 90% of its workforce is operating remotely. Good. Including those based in overseas locations, including Beijing, Shanghai. Alright. Employees who work in offices must follow social distancing rules, wear masks, and undergo temperature checks. Oh, very good. Alright, this next story. Out of Queensland, Australia. Alright. A pod of dolphins in Queensland has been bringing ashore gifts from sea, apparently because they're missing human interactions. Really? Wow. Alright, the humpback dolphins usually mingle with visitors at the Barnacle Cafe and dolphin feeding at the Tin Can Bay, north of Sunshine Coast. But it's been weeks since visitors lined up to feed the animals due to coronavirus restrictions. Among the treasures the marine creatures have provided are sea sponges, barnacle-encrusted bottles, and pieces of coral. Very cool. I've never, fed a dolphin. I should do that. Alright. Next, this will be our last story of the day. Alright, so Mount Everest is visible from Kathmandu, Nepal for the first time in living memory. Alright, what does that mean? Huh? When was the last time? Do they know? So there's been so much pollution. Wow. Alright, so this is the map. Kathmandu is about 125 miles from Mount Everest, alright? So 125 miles, you can see that. That is approximately from Toronto halfway to Ottawa. Alright, so imagine seeing that far. Jeez. That is pretty cool. Alright, obviously this is due to the reduced pollution that clears the skies, and you can see Mount Everest. Very cool. So, we're gonna wrap this up. So of course, if you do have some disposable income, please consider donating to MJKO. Of course, support yourself and your family before donating to us. All right, with that being said, that will be the end of this week's episode of Feel Good Friday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Take care and be safe.